Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Brune here with Colin Mitchell. And Colin, it's time for the Suns to make their pick. The number 10 pick, obviously they have Chris Paul now. We know they have Devin Booker. They went 8-0 in the bubble. They are, I believe Dario Saric is a free agent now. They have DeAndre Ayton still. Mikal Bridges, I believe as well. So it's a fun team right now. Now, what do they need to do to become a good team?
I think their goal right now, you get Chris Paul, you're going for the playoffs, obviously. Chris Paul is also there to be a veteran and lead the team and kind of show Devin Booker what it takes to win outside of, playing in the play-in games in the bubble.
Yeah.
The guys that I want to see for them is possibly a point guard they can develop or a wing guy that can help them win now. Obviously, you have Mikal Bridges. What's another dude that can get you there on the defensive end? I think Devin Vassell is a good pick here. I actually like Tyrese Halliburton under Chris Paul here.
I wouldn't hate that.
I like that pick there. What you don't need is an offensive-only player like a Cole Anthony, like a Tyrell Terry. I'm trying to think of another player that I have up there. Tyrese Maxey, I don't think fits there.
I agree. I don't think that does.
Yeah, you need a guy that needs.
I honestly wouldn't even like Aaron Nesmith over there.
No, because what is. You need a guy that can grow with this team. I think Aaron Nesmith has a very defined role right now. I think he's a 3-and-D player only, and you already have that Mikal Bridges. I think Devin Vassell has higher potential than just that.
There's only one person that I think they should take. I could also see Tyrese Halliburton. I wouldn't hate that pick. I think that's my number 2 for this pick.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Vassell is the pick here. I think Devin Vassell is the pick. You have Cameron Johnson at the 4. You have They have a lot of free agents, and they're going to try to attract. I'm assuming track some free agents in the offseason. So you don't have to start Devin Vassell per se if you're trying to make the playoffs. But Devin Vassell is a guy who I think is going to be able to come off the bench, play defense right away, and he shot 40+% in back-to-back seasons at Florida State. This is the guy who we know has a good feel for the game, can shoot the ball at a pretty high level. The question is will he be able to develop in 1 or 2 seasons? Because this team, like you said, is going for the playoffs now.
Right.
So will they be patient with him in the way that I think they need to be patient with him? Because you're not going to be able to, for instance, we talked about Patrick Williams in Chicago. They're just going to throw him into the fire.
Yep.
Obi Toppin, they're just going to throw him into the fire. I think those guys, and I think with Devin Vassell, I think if you give them a year off the bench and you give them time to find their game and polish their games up, I think not this year, but his sophomore season is where we could see Devin Vassell really, really take off. And I think that's what makes this an interesting pick for the Suns, is that I don't know where else they would go with this pick besides Devin Vassell or maybe Tyrese Halliburton. Because I kind of like the Tyrese Halliburton pick, honestly. I wasn't thinking about that before. When you said it, it kind of made sense to me.
Yeah, and it only makes sense
Chris
to me
Paul's kind of old, too.
Because of Chris Paul, right? He's 35.
Yeah.
In 2 years, his contract's up. He'll be 37. What is he at that point, especially for making for a push for playoffs now? Yes, he could play, 90% of up to 90% of how good he was this last season. But you need to have that for the future, and right now they don't have that.
And honestly, if you're only worried about the playoffs, which I don't think they are, but I'm saying if they were in theory only worried about the playoffs, then you would trade the pick.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, no.
And you would trade it for whoever.
When I mean playoffs, they're playing for the 8th seed.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
so
they're not trying for anything else.
We'll see what they do here.
With the 10th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Jalen Smith from the University of Maryland.
Jalen Smith.
What are your instant reactions of that?
Okay, so here's what that was. Here's what that was. That was a replacement of Dario Saric pick. That's what that was.
Not even.
But that's what it was.
Dario Saric is a creator is able to create.
Here's also what that was.
Jalen Smith is a center.
Here's also what that was. That was DeAndre Ayton can't defend well enough, so we need to get him help on defense. That's what both of those things I believe.
So are you playing him at the 4?
Yes. Yes, because he can shoot a little bit and he can defend the rim here. And he's 6'9", 6'10", I believe.
He's 6'9".
Here, I have him at 20, I believe, on my board. Let me find his.
I want to say he's 21.
I think I have him at 24 actually on my board. Yeah, I have him at 24 on my board. A 6'10", sophomore out of Maryland, 20 and a half years old almost, 15 and a half points, 10 and a half rebounds per game, 53.5% from the field, and then 37% from 3. Right, so his offense is what's gonna carry him in his early years with the Suns. Now, the question is, yes, he can block shots, but he's not this defender that's like...
He's not Onyeka.
Yeah, he's not this Onyeka Okongwu level defender here. He's a guy who's slow moving feet. He's gonna get attacked in pick and rolls. He
needs a lot more lower body strength.
He's very bound to the ground.
Yeah.
He's not this like, yes, he can block shots. He's long. He can jump, but he's not a guy who's...
He's not gonna jump like laterally with a guy and block.
Yes. He's not this guy that's gonna hang around with the guy and then affect his shot late. No, the guys are gonna go around him pretty much. Like that's my concern with this pick, is that Jalen Smith. This might have been more than almost any other pick, other than James Wiseman. This might have been the most win now pick we've seen in this draft.
And I don't like that for them.
But I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying, is that I said Devin Vassell is waiting.
You did say that.
Jalen Smith is the guy who I think they might be freaking starting him. Like, they're gonna be playing.
I mean, if you lose Dario, yeah.
And obviously we'll see what they do in free agency, but this is a guy who I think they're gonna expect to come in and play like significant minutes.
Yep. And man, what a weird pick.
I don't love the pick. He's not forceful in his game. He's a face-up 4, face-up 5, and we'll see if that pans out for them.
He's DeAndre Ayton, except with a little bit more defense.
I don't even like that. He's kind of like a Miles Turner in a bit.
Well, I mean, in terms of like, I don't
repetition.
Mean, like,
of what they already have.
Yeah, exactly. I guess in the archetype of player.
Yeah.